This is a 1995 Land Rover Defender 110 county station wagon by Landy Customs of Spain. The vehicle was purchased from its original owner, one owner vehicle, on an olive farm in southern Spain, Andalusia. And the car has an original 57,000 miles on it, documented. It is in remarkable shape. It was in remarkable shape when we bought it. Only the floor pans had a little rust in it. They were replaced, and the left rear fender had a big dent in it, and so that section was replaced also. But generally the car was in remarkable shape. Absolutely no rust on the chassis, no rust in the A and B pillars, which is common on these cars. Nothing on the chassis at all. It was simply cleaned and given a light spray of undercoating, so nothing is hidden. Fully upgraded. We took the vehicle down to the chassis, left nothing untouched in this vehicle. Everything was looked at, repaired if there was repair necessary, and it was then upgraded to my specification. Again, KBX grille and lights, LED lights all the way around, checker plate on the top. The car was originally in Cornerstone green, very popular color for these Land Rovers. It was again taken right down to the metal. The door skins were replaced. Again, the footwells were replaced. This rear quarter here was replaced, and the car has been painted in satin Lumiere blue. It has 18-inch diameter sawtooth wheels. It has a black Centuri black roof. New Cooper tires on it, 285/60 18s. Again, we looked at everything in this vehicle and upgraded and replaced where necessary. Added the trouble light, added a rear view camera. It has heated rear windows. It has power door locks, power steering unit has been replaced. The brake booster cylinder was replaced. The disc brake pads were replaced. The parking brake pads were replaced. All the bushings in the suspension replaced. Terra firma shocks and springs added. New water pump, new timing chain, new drive belts, new hoses all around, as well as intake hoses from the intercooler. Interior wise, the car is just spectacular in this color. Interior wise, again, we did a total upgrade from the original 1995 look to an upgraded Puma style by Ministry of Defender in England, who makes the upgraded Puma style dash. We upgraded all the door cards, all the handles. Again, has power doors, power windows. It has modern AC unit and new heater system, which in the old Land Rover was pretty pathetic. The AC units, this particular AC unit is like the Puma style from the mid-2000s. It actually blows air on your face as opposed to freezing your knees, but still keeping you warm. Wood grain steering wheel, double DIN Alpine radio has been added with Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay. All new Vito gauges. Again, custom leather interior Puma seats from a 2013 Defender, and then upgraded and re-leathered by LRI in England. New headliners. Again, rear jump seats are Puma, later period Puma seats from a 2013. We eliminated the rear bench seats in the county station wagon, as they're pretty much useless in this country and certainly unsafe. And we felt that this space, load space, was a more appropriate use of this area. And we've added all new gauges, including a tachometer, fuel, water, tachometer, a Vito GPS based speedometer, on which there's about 650 miles that I've added since the car was completed. Added a exhaust gas temperature gauge, electrically heated seats. We added a boost gauge, clock and voltmeter, and we've incorporated the older Defender units had fresh air flaps that opened up underneath the windshield. Those were eliminated in US models and also in the later Puma design with this type of dash, because the big levers that stuck out of the dashboard could not be activated in this new style dash. We have used electrically operated actuators, and these buttons here allow you to open and close the vents, the fresh air vents, which really work very, very well. One of the best upgrades we did. Again, the interior is spectacular, like new. The double DIN Alpine radio is Bluetooth and Apple CarPlay. We've upgraded all the carpeting. Again, power doors, power windows. And the car is really in beautiful shape. I added the boost gauge and the exhaust gas temperature gauge because I felt that an upgrade with the LE Sport intercooler, aluminum intercooler, and slightly larger turbo, which is recommended for this vehicle, gives it just that little extra horsepower, makes it a bit more comfortable to drive. Right now the vehicle will run 70 miles an hour, and you can see that in the photo gallery. There's a picture of the unit running that speed at 2200 RPM, as opposed to a much higher RPM with the old ratio gearbox. So the fifth gear has been changed to the Ashcroft 1.125 ratio as opposed to the 1.14 ratio. So in fifth gear the car runs at a much lower RPM, and if you do upgrade this unit with the LE Sport turbo and intercooler, it'll run all day long at 80 miles an hour at a reasonable 2500 RPM. I personally do not believe in putting the Corvette engines in these vehicles. They were never designed for that kind of horsepower. Anyway, give me a call or send me a message on the auction. Any questions you might have. You notice all the doors closed correctly. They don't need to be whacked. Happy bidding.